Hey, teacher friends, welcome back to the CEO Teacher Podcast. I'm your host, Casey Morris, a former teacher myself who is living her best life day in and day out, thanks to each and every one of you who decided to give me a chance a couple of years ago. So, again, as always, I just wanted to say thank you. I am forever indebted to you. And today, I want to talk about a life-changing way that you can think about your teacher business. I always say that you guys have radically changed my life, and it is my honor and duty to radically change your life as well. Did you know that every teacher that wants to make money online wants to make it as fast as possible? But I want you to be realistic here. There are really levels to all of this. And in today's show, I want to talk about the 3 levels inside of what this looks like in the online world of selling your resources as a teacher, but not only that, of what the future of that looks like so that you can live your life in the best way possible. Today's episode is a life-changing episode, and I hope that you're here for it just as much as I am. So stick around, you don't want to miss it. Teachers, this is a secret we've been hiding for years, and it's finally time that we get to share it with you. Look, you could probably throw a flare pin and hit an online business coach right now. So the question of the hour, of the minute, of the day, of the year is, why should you place your trust in me, right? Or maybe I should be asking, why should people place their trust in you? That's because teachers support other teachers. And it's exactly what we do here at the CEO Teacher. And we are finally delivering on our biggest promise to help teachers make their worth in the fastest way possible, like never before. I'm talking replacing your teaching salary in less than a year. What if I told you that you are mere steps away from that life? Here's a fun fact for you. Teachers are in the top 3 professions of becoming self-made millionaires because they are willing to learn to take the average dollar and leverage it into wealth through investing in their own education and knowledge. Truth be heard, this is the world's first ever guide that helps teachers become their own online business coach for other teachers, where you get to show educators how to make money online, from the teacher next door to any teacher in the world. It's the 9 steps to becoming an online business coach for teachers, and it's happening right now. Go to caseymorris.com/coaching. That's KAYSEMORRIS.com/coaching to get all the answers to your questions in way less money than it costs you to get a Starbucks or Target, because it's absolutely free and it's only available for a few short weeks. If you've ever wondered exactly how I teach teachers to make money online, then it's time you grab this workbook, caseymorris.com/coaching. Seth Godin said, our job is to connect to people, to interact with them in a way that leaves them better than when we found them, more able to get where they'd like to go. And Marie Forleo said, never start a business just to make money. Start a business to make a difference. I wanted to chat about the levels for just a second that I mentioned in the opening of this show. There are levels to making money online as a teacher. The first, the one that you're the most familiar with, is the teacher seller. Most of you are currently one of those. Most of you have already made some sort of money online, whether it's been a penny or $100,000. And if you're listening to this, the majority of you are still teachers in the classroom. But once you decide that you want your life to look drastically different than it does now, that's when things begin to open up for you. When you put massive action behind the will to do something more for your life, you will begin to inspire others to join you on your journey. Now, I'm not saying that that means you have to leave the classroom, but if that's what freedom looks like to you, then maybe, just maybe, this episode is the one that's going to change everything. Now, I said level 1 was the teacher seller. Level 2 is the teacher seller aha moment. I know we have those for our students in the classroom. And here's some Mama Casey coming in hot for you. Your success now does not equal your success later. You can lose 100 pounds. You can go to the gym 5 days a week. However, if you don't maintain that lifestyle, that habit, that new routine, that change for the better, you're going to gain the weight back. You won't be the person that you were before. So let's say that you're selling your lesson plans on TPT, or you're doing things on Etsy, or you're starting a blog. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I need to be. Your success now does not equal your success later. Just because you're making money right now and it seems steady, you may not be able to say that later. In fact, level 2 is when I realized myself that I had to work harder to make more money, and truth be heard, ain't nobody got time for that. Before I go to level 3, I want to give you a quick truth, and that is, if you're willing to move to level 3, you are the 1% of teachers online. I'd say that moving to level 3 is where most teachers quit. They actually would rather become the person they assumed would fail, because it is in line with their thoughts and their feelings and emotions, and it's easier to play into that narrative. Most educators, they're not going to push through, and they don't make it to the person that they realize that they could become. And maybe that's okay for you, and I'm okay with that, but it just wasn't for me. And if it isn't for you, then let's chat about level 3. Level 3 is the teacher coach. The teachers who make the most money online are the teachers that coach other teachers. They show them level 1, they show them level 2, they set the stage, they engage, they begin with the end in mind, and all the other teacher fluff talk that you've heard over the years. And I'm going to make this short and sweet. If you're wanting to coach other teachers online, now, right here, right now, is the time to do so. The business and online world, it's changing so fast. You may not be able to use all of the same strategies that you learned just 5 short years ago. Teachers said they spent an average of $860 out of pocket on classroom supplies during last year. 16% of teachers said they work on a second job to support their educational career. And 13% of teachers said the reason they can afford to buy class supplies is because their spouse or partner helps offset the financial burden of working as an educator. What if we could change this narrative where teachers are no longer financially burdened just because they decided to be a teacher? What if we sparked a movement where being able to purchase classroom supplies, it wasn't a burden, instead it was a blessing? You became a teacher because you had a heart for supporting students, but you were also looking for something more meaningful than merely a soul-sucking job. Teaching is a career. It is a lifelong calling. And for many people, it is a complete way of life, myself included. Teachers, like students, are always walking a path of learning. The question is, how can you use your experience as a teacher and turn that into this life that everyone talks about, this thriving business? And then what about the business to the next level and financial freedom and all the things that these people tell you online that you need to want to achieve? My question to you is, what does that look like to you? For me, I'm a mom to 5. I didn't want to be a stay-at-home mom. It's not my calling in life. It's not what I wanted to do. But when I had my last 2 babies, I realized I did want time with them. I wanted to pour what I gave my 118 students into my babies at home because I had 5 of them. And I wanted to be able to come and choose as I please. I wanted to be able to go eat at Chick-fil-A. I wanted to be able to pee. Have I ever told you the story about the time I got in trouble for going to the bathroom during a standardized test? That was like the first time that I stood up for myself, like really heart and soul looked him in the eyes and started laughing and said, no. I had asked permission and someone granted me permission. The test was over. Everyone was done. We were waiting on other people down the hallway to finish. And I decided that I had to go to the restroom because I'm an adult. Decide that. I asked someone in the hallway and they said yes. And so I'm walking to the restroom, and someone didn't realize that I had asked someone, I'm not sure, started yelling at me and said, you can't go to the bathroom. And I was like, I'm going to the bathroom. And there was someone in my room. All the tests were taken up, like all the boxes were checked and all the I's were dotted and T's were crossed. But like that was a moment for me where I thought, wow, I want to go pee when I got to pee. And so that was something that I don't think teachers should have to deal with. I think that was a really big moment for me, just to say, I mean, it's so silly, but also it helped me know what I wanted in life. And learning from other people who have been where you've been before and people who have been a teacher in the classroom and blazed this trail can help you get strategies that you need as a teacher. It can be easy to stay in your life and this bubble of school, this bubble of home and family and friends. And I just want to be that reminder that says when we leave our comfort zones is when we grow. Many, many teachers get started selling digital lessons and activities online, and we love that. In fact, it's one of our success paths, and it is our first step and part of our membership. Those first cha-chings, let me just tell you, they will never be forgotten. Cooking spaghetti in my house with my children when my phone would cha-ching and we would dance is one of my favorite memories. Whether it was 50 cents or $50, it's just a rush to know that we shared that moment together, that I was getting paid my worth at that moment, and it was so much fun. But here's some more Mama Casey tough love for you. In order to grow and to scale, so you can not only afford guilt-free vacations, but make every day feel like a mini vacation, create generational wealth for your family, go get your hair done at noon on a Wednesday. Go get your eyelashes done if that's what you want to do. Go take your kid to all of their dentist appointments, their haircuts, to get new clothes. Whatever it is that you're missing out on, maybe it's just laying in your bed and scrolling on TikTok. You may have to get uncomfortable so that you can reach those next steps. And here are a few ways that I like to think about teacher business in a brand new light. Number one, leverage your creativity, your writing skills, and encourage other teachers to utilize your strategies to write their own blog, to become their own copywriter, or to become a curriculum editor. No longer are teachers limited to selling their resources online. If you're a great writer, if you enjoy it, why not teach other teachers how to write and monetize their blogs, how to become their own copywriters or their own curriculum editors? Number two is, have you spent hours on the back end of a book writing journey to finally hit the publish button? Maybe you have done this on a small scale or a big scale. Now you can take time and break down the steps because other teachers are looking to do the very same thing. Show them how they can write their own book or find an illustrator and make their own money, because many, many teachers are really wanting to have that goal of writing a book as well. Another way that you can make money by teaching other teachers how to make money is, do you understand the back end of grant writing? Let's be a service to other teachers while they navigate the process and get those Amazon wish lists and donors choose projects funded. Some of our students are experts at writing grants, and it's time they teach everyone else exactly how to do it. Number four, maybe coding is second nature to you. Any MySpace people back out here, coding became something I love to do. I know that if you teach technology, you are also teaching coding to your students. You could guide other teachers through how to by crafting their own websites, creating their own apps, and online platforms for student success. This is an idea that scores 100% in my book. And then number five, what if you could encourage and assist teachers in every single way to improve their lessons and put them up online as well? Make them easily accessible and help them deliver their skills so that they can turn into teaching support systems for their schools, for teachers and parents around the world. No matter what path of aiding other teachers that you choose, make sure that you stay up to date on the best practices of a teacher business, like search engine optimization, creating a social presence, and making sure you understand connection marketing. That way, all your hard work gets noticed in the online space. Never, ever underestimate the power of organic search and my favorite, word of mouth marketing. You might be surprised at the number of teachers just in your building alone that are looking for your help, but are too afraid to ask. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the CEO Teacher Podcast. I'll see you right here, same time, same place next week. As always, remember, the best is yet to come, and I'll see you soon. Bye.